What's up YouTube, Keegan here, and I've been DoorDash driving for a couple of months now, so I just wanted to share with you guys my top 5 tips to help you become a more profitable DoorDash driver. I'm not going to waste your time with the intro or anything, so I'll just get right into the tips. Alright, tip number 1 is to plan your time and place of work. In terms of time, you want to drive during peak pay, and this is when the app usually pays you like a couple extra dollars for every order you deliver, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up as you take more deliveries. And also in terms of time, you want to drive when there's high demand. So this is usually for me around dinner time, also during lunchtime or maybe early morning. But I usually find around like between dinner and lunch, like 3 or 4 o'clock, there's not high demand, so I won't be getting a lot of orders. In terms of place, you want to go to hotspots. So the DoorDash app it'll show you hotspots, and these are where a lot of orders are coming through. So if you drive there, you can usually get an order pretty fast, and that'll help you get more orders done in a shorter amount of time. Also, just drive around your city and experiment with different places, different paths, because that'll help you figure out where you can usually get the most orders. If you're having a lot of success in one place and you go back there the next day and you're successful again, then you know that spot's pretty consistent, so you know you can rely to drive there. Tip number 2 is know when to reject orders. This one's really important. DoorDash basically gives you an acceptance rate based on how many orders you accept and reject. And the app will basically peer pressure you into accepting orders. Like, they'll say, are you sure you want to reject this order? Your acceptance rate will go down. But if they're not paying you enough, reject the order, because your acceptance rate doesn't matter. Like, DoorDash will literally, you can have acceptance rates of like 30%. It does not matter. It will not affect how many orders you get or anything. DoorDash just wants you to accept orders so they can make more money. But if the prices aren't right, if they aren't paying you enough, don't accept the order. Don't worry about your acceptance rate. My acceptance rate is around 45%, which is, I think, is pretty good. And that means I accept less than half the orders that come my way, because if people are lowballing you, if they aren't tipping you, you can tell, and I just won't take those orders. For example, if somebody's offering to pay you $3 to drive 10 miles to deliver to McDonald's, don't take the order. A rule of reference that I kind of made up that I usually follow is that I won't accept an order if it has more miles than dollars. So for example, if I'm getting paid $5 to drive 6 miles, I probably won't take that order. I mean, obviously there's exceptions, like if I'm taking bigger orders or something, but that's just a rule that I kind of use to help me know when to accept orders or not. I think it's a good general rule of thumb. Alright, tip number 3 is invest in your setup. For this tip, just buy things that will help make your job easier. One thing I bought was a car vent holder. So it's this little phone holder that connects to the vent in my car, so I can have my phone up right up here. So if I'm like delivering an order, I can just look at the road and then quickly glance at my phone, which is on its holder right here, and then look back at the road, so I don't have to keep my eyes off the road for that long. And also I drive stick, so it helps keep my hands free if I have something holding my phone. The phone holder I got was Kodai. The brand was Kodai, and just got it off Amazon for less than 10 bucks. It works great. Another thing I bought was a car charger, and this is pretty much essential if you're going to DoorDash, because you might be working long hours. I just leave it in my car, so if I'm dashing for a long time, then I don't have to worry about my phone ever dying. It just gives you a peace of mind. And I also bought my car charger off Amazon for less than $10, so it's pretty cheap. Tip number 4 is don't stress the bag. And by this tip, I mean don't stress too much about the DoorDash bag that they give you. This tip might be a little bit controversial, but I just found it works best for me. When I go into a restaurant and pick up food, I always leave the DoorDash bag in the car, because it's just something else I have to worry about carrying. Like, I just want to have my hands free so I can get the food and come back to my car. Also, if I'm delivering an order that's like less than 5 to 7 miles, I'll just put the food on my seat. Honestly, I won't worry about putting it in the bag or anything, because I know I'm going to get there in less than 10 minutes anyways, so the food's still going to be warm by the time I get there. From my personal experience, I've often found that restaurants usually give you like big paper bags that they put the food in anyways, and the bag won't even fit in the DoorDash bag anyways because the DoorDash bag they use is tiny. So half the time it's useless. When I don't use the bag, I've started to use other methods to help keep the food warm, such as like I'll leave the food in the passenger seat and I won't turn on the AC on that side, or like I won't open the window on that side just to help it stay warmer. Also, you could use space blankets as an alternative to the bag, just cover your food in a blanket. Alright, tip number 5, the last tip I have for you today is plan ahead when accepting orders. So pay attention to where the person you're delivering to lives. Like when you get an order on your screen, look at the map, see where they live. In order to be smartest about how you take orders, I'll usually take orders that are less than 5 miles or that will lead me to other hotspots, close to other hotspots. I like orders that are less than 5 miles because I can just quickly get them there and then I can drive back to the hotspot I'm at so I can get more orders. Helps me do more orders more efficiently. Also though, I'm fine with driving 10 miles if it leads me from one hotspot to another hotspot so I can take more orders there once I'm done completing that order. I live in a small city, so I know if I drive like a really far out to the edge of the city or something to deliver an order, then I'm gonna have to drive all the way back in before I get more orders, and that's just like a waste of my time. Driving like 8 miles into the middle of nowhere is the perfect way to kill a run. Like if you're in a hotspot and you drive 8 miles away, then it's gonna be a while. You're gonna travel all the way back before you get more orders. I personally wouldn't recommend taking orders that take you really far away from hotspots unless you're getting paid a really good amount. Alright, that's all the DoorDash tips I have for you guys today. If you guys found the video helpful, or if you want to see me make more videos like this in the future, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace.